curious, curious. I was curious about his life in India. I was curious to know what would happen next. Dizzy, dizzy. The heat and the champagne made him feel dizzy. The thin mountain air made Ali feel dizzy. Entire, entire. She spent her entire life caring for other people. I spent the entire day on the beach. Feel, feel. You shouldn't feel embarrassed about making a mistake. I felt a sharp pain in my side when I stood up. Lip, lip. His bottom lip was swollen. Marty kissed me right on the lips. Offer, offer. They offered me a job. Someone should offer that old lady a seat. Peace, peace. Some of the pieces seem to be missing. A useful piece of equipment. Raise, raise. William raised his hat and smiled at her. Raise your hand if you know the right answer. Respond, respond. I smiled at her, but she didn't respond. His illness did not respond to treatment by drugs. Rot, rot. The fruit had been left to rot on the trees. The floorboards are affected by rot. Sign, sign. Don't ignore the fog warning signs. Flowers are the first sign of spring. Smell, smell. I think I can smell something burning. Dogs can smell much better than humans. Snail, snail. The snails leave a silvery trail as they move along. No one is afraid of snails. Strange, strange. It's strange that she hasn't called. She had a strange look on her face. Suddenly, suddenly. I suddenly realized who she was. Suddenly she realized that the stranger had gone. taste, taste. It's got quite a strong taste. I don't like his taste in music. Tasty, tasty. They do really tasty chicken and mushroom soup. A simple but tasty meal. Try, try. I tried to open the window but couldn't. Why don't you try using a different shampoo? Wonder, wonder. I wonder why she left so suddenly. The boys gazed in wonder at the shiny red Ferrari. Forbidden, forbidden. It is forbidden to smoke at school. Forbidden fruit is always more attractive. Merchant, merchant. The son of a wealthy merchant. The local merchant offered a wide variety of handmade goods. Yummy, yummy. This cake is really yummy. It was so yummy and I lost the recipe. Bitter, bitter. Enjoy the beer's bitter taste as you slowly drink it. Raw berries have an intensely bitter flavor. Creamy, creamy. Beat the mixture until it's smooth and creamy. A soft cheese with a creamy texture. Fresh, fresh. If you're looking for fresh ideas, the beans are fresh from the garden. Healthy, healthy. Sue is a normal healthy child. The importance of healthy eating. Salty, salty. The bacon will be quite salty. The soup is a little too salty. Sour, sour. These cherries are really sour. The wine was so sour that I couldn't drink it. Spicy, spicy. The sausage were too spicy for him. Tina loves hot spicy food. Sweet, sweet. It was covered in a very sweet chocolate sauce. Look at that kitten, isn't she sweet? Thick, thick. Stir the sauce over a low heat until thick. For a thicker gravy, add more flour. Hand something on. To give something that someone has given you to another person. I promise to hand on any relevant information immediately. Be allowed to do something. To have permission to do something. Children are not allowed to enter this section without an adult. Feel sick. To feel as if you are going to vomit. As soon as the sheep started moving, I began to feel sick. Cross something out. To draw a line through something you have written, usually because it is wrong. If you think it is wrong, cross it out and write it again. Point something out. To get information about something because you want to know more about it. I need to find out more about these night courses. Smell hit someone. If smell hits you, you suddenly smell it. The smell of stale smoke hit him as hinted. Leave something to rot. To allow something to decay or decompose naturally, usually because it has been neglected or abandoned. It's a shame to see all that food left to rot in the dumpsters. At your own risk. Used to mean that you're responsible for any damage, loss or difficulty. You can use it, but it's at your own risk. A few years ago, I was working in Singapore. During my first week there, while I was traveling on an MRT train, I saw a strange sign saying "No DURIANS" with a picture of a cross-out fruit. I wondered why they were forbidden. It wasn't until later that I found out that they smell really bad. But they are very tasty and healthy. For this reason, many people in Southeast Asia eat them. I was very curious and decided to try for myself. As I was walking through a marketplace, a very strong smell hit me. It smelled like someone had left some onions and other vegetables to rot. However, I realized that I was standing next to a stall selling durians. "I'd like to try a bit of durians," I told the merchant, and he said with a smile, "At your own risk." He then took a durians from a box, cut it in half with a large knife, and then cut a piece of the fruit. When he handed it to me, I started having second thoughts. What does it taste like? I wondered. As I was raising the fruit to my lips, I suddenly felt sick and a bit dizzy, but I began to eat. The durian was thick and creamy like butter and had a fresh sweet taste. As soon as I finished eating the piece, the merchant offered me some more. I actually finished the entire fruit. The man looked at me for a response. Yummy, that was tasty, I said. So the merchant put 3 in a bag for me to take home. Unfortunately, I had to walk all the way because I wasn't allowed on the MRT.